'Cause baby, it's the everything for me, for me, for me. Baby, it's the everything for me, for me, for me. 'Cause baby, it's the everything for me, for me, for me. Baby, it's the everything for me, for me, oh, for me.
First and foremost, if nobody told you as of yet today, I love you. If nobody told you as of yet today, I am proud of you. You gonna continue to achieve anything you set out to do. You understand me? Also, you already know, I do have to give you that brief disclaimer. I only want you to take what resonates, and I want you to leave the rest behind, all right? I don't want you trying to force certain scenarios for you. If you don't get your confirmation through me, I guarantee you're going to get it through somebody else, so be patient with your process. Also, you already know, my voice is too raspy to be whispering, all right? So this about the time that you probably want to go ahead and hit that volume. So before we get started, I definitely want to thank you so much in advance for all your love, likes, shares, subscribes, gifts, kind words, not only to myself, but each other too. Because I don't always get the pause in the middle of what I'm saying or relaying to acknowledge you. So thank you. But when I post this on YouTube, best believe I will, all right? So let's get started. Chosen ones. We have a few messages for today, but the first one that we're going to start with, I want you to be cautious of certain karmic leases and renewals that are getting presented to you. And when I say that, chosen ones, because you already then served certain karmic debt. You understand? There's certain things that you went through with that person that you don't have to go through again. So God is giving you the opportunity to disconnect from them, giving you the opportunity to make a decision about them. And it's up to you on what you're going to do. Now, what do I mean? See, chosen ones, this is not the season for you to renew, those leases with those karmic beings. Now, what do I mean? See, some of you, this could be an actual physical lease where you've been living with that person and you've been going through misery. That person has disrespected you. That person neglected you. That person's trifling. That person's inconsiderate. They may not have helped you, whether or not that was around the household with your children or the finances, whatever the case may be. But some of you, there's certain energetic leases that are getting presented to you. See, these are the individuals that when you initially met them, you had so many positive expectations. When you met them, you thought that you was going to have love with them. When you met them, you thought that you was going to have a family with them. When you met them, you had positive things, whether or not this is a person, friend, or a certain job position. You were optimistic about it originally, correct? See, chosen ones, at that point in time, slowly but surely, you started to see the truth about that position, that person, or that friend. You understand now? What do I mean? See, some of you sat there and signed up for certain commitments or situations with certain people who didn't have the same intentions. When you aligned with them, they were still growing. You were still healing. Well, let me replay that. Take that back. Retract that. See, non-chosen ones, when you met them, you were still healing. They have grew to their full potential. So you had to keep breaking down pieces of you in order to stay close to that individual. See, at this point in time, there's certain commitments that when you met them, you thought that they shared that same ambition. You thought that these were go-getters. You thought that these were people that were family-oriented. The same people who you thought that had the same morals as you. But slowly but surely, again, you started to see the truth about these individuals. See, you had to pay attention to who you signed in certain agreements with. Anybody that you connected with, no matter if that's a friend, a relationship, family, whatever the case may be, you taking on certain contracts with those individuals. You understand me? So they're going to use you as a cosign to them. So if this person they character isn't enough, or they energy isn't enough, or they ways, or how they history, or whatever the case, if that's not enough to carry whatever it is that they need to get, so if they want people to believe that they a good person, but they past actions do not display that shit, guess what they gonna do? Have you come through and try to co-sign for them, talk about how they such a good person, but you, again, are not really speaking the truth pertaining to that individual. They just want you to speak the best about them. When you go to a job position, you're not necessarily going to tell them, oh yeah, well, I ain't no AM person, I ain't really this, or those hours ain't really going to work with you if that's something that you are desperate to get, right? See, some of these individuals, they misled you. When you initially met them, you thought that they was on the same page as you. That may have been true, but you continue to grow and outgrew that individual. These are the individuals that, again, think about a home when you sign a lease, chosen one. First, you went in with that person. There's a few reasons why that could have been. One, that person couldn't have been able to get their own home on their own. Their credit may not have been good. Their finances may not have been legit. Or that person, again, you looked at them and you felt like you wanted to cohabitate with them in a sense, or cohabitate with them, or live with them. You wanted to build with them in a sense, right? Then all of a sudden, when you living with them, the person that you thought that you was going 50-50 in based upon the agreement that you had with them, you thought that y'all was going to play a position, y'all had the same intentions and was going to the same destination. But then all of a sudden, time, month after month, they didn't show up. They didn't have no finances for you. All the bills everything was dependent on you. Not only that, that person didn't clean. When you met them, they try to act like they was the cleanliest type of person, but the whole time they was dirty. Not only that, chosen one, you ain't have no peace. They bringing anybody and everybody inside your house from outside in the streets. This is person that you don't feel peaceful when you in your home. You understand me? So on and so forth. And while you with them, you still feeling alone. This is a person that you sat there and had this commitment with. And this could be, again, a friendship, a job position, or a person that you was interested in. You have to realize that anybody that you come in contact with and you communicate with, or you exchange some type of energy with them, that's a contract. And it depends on how long you had that contract for, because some of these people could try to bound themselves to you for infinity and beyond. Some people could try to bound you for a certain specific time until they feel like they got enough to put themselves on, whatever the case may be. So you got to see certain things clearly. Who are you signing that lease with? Because all of a sudden, again, you thought that everything was planned out. When you get there, they done finessed you in a sense. They know that you are bound to that contract. They know that you may be focused on that, or you don't want, if they sit there and don't play a position, it may take you out of your position. So they know that you're going to work harder to make sure that they remain in it. Correct? Excuse me. So, chosen ones, be cautious of who you signing these lease with, who you sleeping with. That's a lease. Because whatever they got connected to them, connected to you, and it's probably demons and diseases. You understand? As far as that person, if they are such a pessimistic individual, every time you talk about things that they can do, they talking about what they can't do. You will be signing that pessimistic contract too, where everything will be like a gray cloud over you, because they projecting that towards you, because they going to include you in their energy. Every time they feeling low, they thinking about you. Then all of a sudden, now you, if you don't have control over your emotions, you start to feel what they feel too. So chosen ones, be cautious of who you extending yourself. You understand? But again, do not renew these lease with these karmic people that already done showed you that they wasn't willing or couldn't or didn't have the ability to play that position. These are the people that you was talking to and they cheated on you. They already showed you that they didn't have the willpower nor the ability to keep their shit to themselves. They felt the need to get certain attention from somebody else. So therefore, again, why would you renew that lease with them when you know what you're going to get up out of them? There's a possibility. If they did that before, they'll do it again. That's why they say give second chances. I said, it depends on the situation. Because if that person is willing to go as low as they did before, that means if they feel like they felt before, they're going to go low again. They're not going to take the higher road. They're going to feel like that's their way out in a sense. So that's those females that's out here sleeping with everybody just because they feeling like you talking to everybody too. Why would you sit there and pass your shit around when you trying to persuade this person not to do it? I just don't understand. You got to make sure that, again, you got to check the previews, chosen ones. You got to pay attention to these people. Think about a movie. What you do? If you don't want to waste time watching this movie that's going to waste your time, you sit there and watch the previews. You on Netflix? Thank you so much, baby. You on Netflix? What you do? You sit there and scroll on that little thing where it shows you the trailer, and you like, all right, cool. Let me see what it is. Now, when you look at somebody and you really sit back and analyze them, observe them, see, this is something that I do. I pay attention. Does what I feel energetically represent what you showing too? If I feel like it's not adding up, then your ass getting subtracted. I'm not playing that. You understand? But chosen ones, check the previews on these individuals. You're going to save yourself time. What do I mean? See, if you're somebody who really wants love and commitment, and this person, the preview of them is showing them that they don't want no commitment, that they cool with talking to multiple individuals, then maybe this is not the person that's for you. That may be somebody else's type of thing that they like. You understand? Just like this person likes comedy, this person likes horror, this person likes this. That may be somebody else's taste, but that's not yours. So therefore, why would you watch it? As far as this individual, if you were sitting there, somebody who has morals, you have faith, why would you connect with somebody who doesn't have those things? Somebody who doesn't believe in God. So now you got to work extra hard to try to pray certain protection over them. No, we're not doing that. If you somebody, again, if they don't want kids, why would you connect with them, try to persuade them to have children when you somebody who want to squad for real? You somebody that wants your own village. So why would you not wait and be patient for the person who can provide it? You understand? Why would you try to waste time to persuade this person to want the things that you want? And it is a high possibility that they not going to cave in and do those things. So check the preview. If you're somebody who knows that you not with that extra friendly shit, that you may not be comfortable with your partner being out there doing this and that, then it wouldn't make sense for you to align with somebody who's like that. Check the previews, chosen ones. I check the previews on just because, again, what works for that person or what may have worked for your ex don't mean that works for me. That's why y'all left out on that situation that y'all left out on. You understand? Like, no. If it doesn't make sense, I'm not somebody who's going to share my partner's attention with multiple people in competition. It's not going to happen. If I feel like you making other people feel the same way that I feel too, you hyping them up to the point where they feel like they with you, then nah, I'm deducting myself out of that equation. I would never do that. You understand me? If you somebody who wouldn't want your partner to be extra friendly and doing certain things, then why would you be that person then? That's what you're going to attract in. If you want your person to have morals and not all about money, then you are going to be that so that you can receive that. You wouldn't go date somebody who's talking about gotta get money over bees, this, that, and the third. You wouldn't attract those things. It wouldn't make sense. So check the previews, what they showing you. Sometimes you gotta observe individuals. You understand? You got to notice them. You have to see them in their natural element, how they going to handle shit. See, if you looking for a husband or you looking for a wife, then you looking at that hole, that probably don't make sense, right? I'm going to be honest. Like, come on. Let's just keep that shit funky. There's some people that's cool with passing around and pass arounds, but there's some, we don't play that shit. You understand me? If they pay attention to the previews, if this person is getting to know you, but they entertaining multiple individuals too, then that means that they didn't see in you what they felt like they was wanting to go to, so therefore dismiss it. It's not that hard. It's not no competition. Anybody who makes you feel like you competing for anything, fuck out of here. Chosen ones, we not chasing. God's replacing it. You understand me? But I want you to also realize that you have conquered a karmic cycle. But do not put yourself back in that cycle again. Now, what do I mean? See, some of you were ghosted by certain individuals because in the past you ghosted a person. You didn't tell them that you wasn't interested. You didn't give them the free will for certain things. You didn't tell them exactly where your intentions was or that you didn't see no future with them. So what happened? You forgot about that. You ghosted them. You were like, nah, you was cool. You probably talked a little bit shit too, right? You ghosted them, thought nothing about it. Then later on in life, you aligned with somebody that you thought was just right. Whole time that was a facade. That was the universe's payback. See, you sat there and got played by that individual. They ghosted your ass instead. But guess what? After that, the universe and God, they didn't already then got they lick back. Why do it again? So that means now you didn't experience somebody being ghosted. So therefore now, what position are you going to play moving forward with people then? If you didn't sat there and had certain partners that again was in everybody's face, was extra friendly, so or you was, let's say that you was, right? You may not have intentions to be out here flirting, but you could have had a flirtatious type of personality. You could have sat there and communicated with people that you knew liked you, but you was like, nah, I can still communicate with them because you wasn't going to take it there with those individuals, but you still knew what their intentions was for you. So guess what happened? Later down the road, you was connected to a certain individual and that shit happened to you. They extra friendly with certain people. They in other people's faces too. Or again, they then did whatever it is that you did. So if you was a cheater, your ass got cheated on, but your ass better not cheat yourself again. That's the universe getting its lick back. That's like somebody slapping you, you slap their ass back, and then now they cool. Like, all right. You understand? Like, all right, you cool. Almost like off that Friday movie. What was that? Friday After Next, when Pops slapped Shorty with that holy moly donut shop, and he slapped Pops' ass back, and Pops was like, oh, all right, yeah. Like, cool, we even. That's what it is. So don't recreate this karma for you. But also do not manifest those things to come towards you. If you already then got that, you then maybe cheated. See whether or not you cheated yourself. Because some of y'all then broke up with people knowing that your ass was about to step out. And you talking about you never was a cheater, but you did cheat. You just did that shit strategically. You talking about, oh, y'all was falling out, y'all wasn't cool, so that you went and did what you did, or they did what they did, so you did what you did too. There's karma, mama. There's karma, papa, that comes with that. You understand? So don't do that. Don't match this energy. That person then ran through on you, so now you think it's cool to go ran through people too, or run through people too. Now you're getting karma. That's it. Stop being simple with it. You got to be what you want to receive. So therefore, again, God's going to send you the right person to show you those things. You hear me? So what do you want? A lot of y'all, the universe already got its slick back. So why renew that lease again? If you done sat there and where people done put you to the side and they done told you that they was going to leave somebody else and they did, why would you sit there and put yourself on hold again, chosen one? See, the difference between that person and your true divine person is the action. You understand me? There's some of you that put your life on shit. I can speak, matter of fact, because I always say, God, like, speak through me. You already know I'm transparent with certain things, chosen ones. I've been single for 7 years, just about, right? 7 or 8 years, right? Now, listen, did I try to talk to somebody for like a month between those years? Yes, but I'm somebody, after a few messages, if that shit if I don't fit out spark, I'm no longer interested. Like, just go ahead about your business. If I don't feel that spark or that we divinely align and I feel like I gotta fit you in to play that position, it's a no for me. I ain't with that force and shit. It's cool. If I feel like I gotta compete for you, baby, they can have you. If I feel like I gotta persuade you to play this position, then this ain't the position that you need to be in. Fuck out of here. You heard me? But again, if it's not, we'll get into that. But chosen ones, as far as being single, you have to realize that do not settle, and you waited for so long. So why would you wait to the ending? Or why would you let all that time that you was patient be in vain for somebody that you will be settling with then? You understand me? Now, for you, I want you to look at the type of person that you are interested in. Do they highlight the best aspects of you? Like, I want you to be honest pertaining to that person. When you see them, do you see you? And if you see them, do you see certain parts that you need to fix in you too? Or do they highlight certain areas that you didn't even know that existed in you? I want you to pay attention to that. How they say the eyes is the mirror of the soul, so on and so forth. When you look at that person, what do you see? And I don't want you to see and think about what they had a potential to be. I want you to think about their abilities now. Do they have the ability to play that position and that task at hand? Or is this going to be somebody that you would have had to train for that position? See, you know know how certain jobs, they need somebody ASAP. They need somebody right away to play this position and get this job done. And they go through a hiring process and they say that they try and bring somebody right on. See, chosen ones, they not going to bring somebody on that they got to train for the whole thing and teach them that skill and all of that. They going to have somebody else, somebody that already has that experience. So for you, are you trying to seek individuals based upon what they can do for you, what they said that they can do for you, or are you going based upon what you seeing and what you observing? Because some of you didn't hire certain people. See, y'all done sat there and applied to certain jobs that your ass technically didn't even qualify for. But you got in there and played on those people's job, got paid that one paycheck, and then your ass sit it out. And that person whose position and purpose that really was to be in, you sat there and took that position for them or had a delay in it. See, we gonna talk, right? But when that shit happens to you, you forget that you did that too. See, then all of a sudden when you selected this person who act like they was the right person for you, that was like you on that job interview acting like you could do what they asked you to do, thought that you was already equipped. Your ass wasn't even ready, right? You didn't have no experience. So when you sat there and seen that person and they told you that they was going to be your lover, your homie, your friend, be all of these things for you, they was lying. They was going based upon what they wanted to do but didn't have no ability to. You understand me? See, you got to make sure that you dating individuals, chosen ones, that again, when I tell you the person who's for you is really going to be on that twin tip. See, you thought so-and-so was your twin, but they only had small aspects that you really related to them, and really that shit wasn't real. They was just acting like that because they knew that's how you was and they wanted to get closer to you. So when you thought so-and-so, oh my goodness, they so intelligent, that motherfucker didn't know nothing. Because when you asked questions, they couldn't answer it. Not only that, how come you know all these things and your ass ain't applying it? How you acting like you so divine and I don't even see no God in you? Fuck out of here, baby. Wasn't even like that for real. They acting like they so flashy, acting like they had it. Whole time it wasn't even your funds who gave you the ability to grab that shit. You had to finesse, you had to scam to get it, you had to steal, do all of that, and you still look dumb as shit. I'm just trying to say, like, some of these people, you did everything, you got what you wanted, and you still look dumb and miserable as shit. You had no taste at all. Not tasting feminines, masculines, position, morals, intentions, all of that. You just dumb as shit. Just dumb. And again, I told you remember when I had that conversation and I said in the past I used to attract individuals that, I used to like individuals that had a little hint of ugly in them. See, when I say that, chosen ones, I ain't even talking about looks. I'm talking about the more that I looked at their ass, the more that they morphed into what they soul really had. They was ugly as shit. Ugly, disgusting, demonic. You looking at them, they looking like little fucking trolls and shit. They looking like them little damn, them damn, man, I'm trying to tell you, I can't even think of the name. But they looking messed up. They look terrible. They look like a little gremlin from back in the day. Fuck out of here. The more that you look at them and they just walk in, you just automatically irritated. You just mad. They breathing. Just breathing loud. You just like, oh, you just coming in here breathing. They like, damn, you don't want me to breathe? Well, I'm just saying, motherfucker. You just, They got their haircut. You got your haircut? Wow, so they sprayed the tar on it once again. Wow. But before, you used to like that. Before, when he used to have that little black line, you understand? When that shit was painted on you, like that, you called him Picasso. Now you calling him all types of little painted ass names and disrespect to him. Why? Because it didn't add up to what you was really viewing pertaining to it. You just now like, oh, you motherfucker. Oh, before you said you like Shorty. You said she reminds you of Jada and Nia Long back in the day when she had a short haircut. Now all of a sudden you keep calling her little Bill. Now you keep calling her Tommy off of Rugrats. Now where's Feeling Lil? Now you calling her Tommy off of Martin. Talking about she got that spawning head. Keep calling her tennis ball head. What happened? Now you mad. Before you liked her, when she ain't had those bundles in. Or did she finesse you? She told you that hair was hers, but you didn't expect it. Then all of a sudden you gave birth to a child who got that same I'm just say that. Got that same, huh? Because you didn't pay attention to the signs, sir. You didn't. When did you see a scout that had that shit sold to? I'm just trying to say, you didn't look. That was you. Nope. That was your problem. See, some of you all hooked on mature. As far as how the shorties look, okay, cool. But you ain't even realize the shorty that you was seeing wasn't really like that and wasn't what you was really looking at. Now all of a sudden again, you gave birth and she pushed that baby out and you questioning, like, bitch, are you into some type of freaky shit? Because this looked like half man, half pup in this motherfucker. But that's the person you had a baby with. Some of y'all was blessed. I'm going to just say that. Because some of these people, in that illusion you was in, you thought that they were so attractive, and you are blessed that your baby got the best features of their ass. The best feature could have been their eyes, and you better thank God that that's what your baby got, and not everything else. God, you know my heart, but you know my mind too. So if I'm already thinking it, I'm going to say it because he already know what, you understand? You already know what it is. That's that little, wow, you jump in the chair every time and start coughing and looking around like, put it back. Put it back. How Floridian said, put it back. Something. All I know is that motherfucker better be walking around with the lights on at all times. I better not see him run fast from one room with one side to the next. I'm just trying to say, it's giving, listen, we going, oh, thank you, babies, but we going to leave that alone. But y'all didn't seem like, oh, you're just scared. You don't know if Ashton's about to come out and say you punked or what. I'm just trying to say, but that's the risk that you took. That's the risk. See, some of y'all, it's good that I'm going to leave that alone. God said, don't. And you know what? I listen. Nope, he said, cut it out. I'm going to cut that out. Because somebody right here, they might be mad. You might be there texting up a long paragraph as we speak. Because you may be the damn piranha that we talking about. I don't know. When they said something was in the water, motherfucker, you might have not been in the water, but you was drinking that shit. I'm just going to say that. Everybody's ugly to everybody, somebody, so. But some people just happen to be ugly to everybody. But it's their soul a lot of the times. A lot of the times, it's the soul. Some of you are ugly to everybody. Your soul is terrible. You evil, you mean. You so pessimistic. You always talking shit. You just negative. And every time you call, here come that funky motherfucker here. Here she come. They be mad. Some of you fellas too, huffing and puffing. Oh, they already know your ass about to be begging. Oh, here he come. Here he come. Instead of hide your kids, hide your wife, you gotta hide every damn thing. You gotta hide your wallet, hide your happiness, hide your partner, hide everything. Fuck out of it. But pay attention to who you connected to. Chosen one doesn't make sense. Like, again, if you somebody who, I'll say this. I'm territorial. I'm not no possessive person. Baby, you got your life. I got my life too. You got your business. You not going to be entertaining other individuals. That shit's all the way like. You not about to be in a face laid. You are none of that shit. That shit's all the way like. That shit's dead. I promise you. But as far as you having your life, yeah, we gonna see each other. I'ma like to be and love to be around you, but I'm also cool if you need to go and do you too. Handle what you need to. Like, we don't have to be conjoined. You heard me? But again, I'm territorial. That means don't play with me. No, seriously, I'm not fighting with you. That fighting shit, physical shit, that shit's not happening at all. Arguing, not even arguing, fuck out of here. That's just what it is. Go about your business. But territorial, Stop playing with me. That's it. Like, that's just it. Don't play with me. That's it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Be friendly as far as speak to people. Hey, how you? I want you to make people, you understand, be a good vibe, but you already know. Some people, it wouldn't make sense if you with somebody who is a wear my hug ass individual who out here hug. I don't like that. I don't like that. Because you're not about to tell me not to hug nobody and you hugging everybody. No rap. So, date based upon who you are. You not jealous. Jealousy and territorial is two different things. Territorial just means like I observe the outside, so you may not see that shorty being slick with that vibe, but I do. Correct that shit. We not playing that. I got you. You got me too. That's what it is. But chosen ones, I want you to date based upon your energy and your frequency. Don't dumb that shit down. I want you to see based upon your future self. Does it add up to what this person has the ability to give? Is this person the person that you got to persuade to be a good parent, or are they already playing that position? Is this somebody that you got to mold into being a wife, or are they already being it? See, you got to go based upon who they are being while they're single chosen ones. That's why you have to observe, and people get that backwards. No, how you are when you single is how you are when you in a relationship. Because if you somebody who's single and you sleeping around from person to person to person, that means when you meet your person, you got to persuade yourself not to pass yourself around to nobody else. You got to now persuade yourself or talk yourself into being a one person type of individual. That's just dumb. Why would you, if that person is getting passed around while they single, when they get with you and you outside of their appearance or they outside of their vision, that means that they going to get ran through too, right? So why would you date somebody that's like that? You pay attention. Does it add up? If you're somebody who is a family man or woman who stays home with your children, you like going out a little bit, become vibe. You somebody who is an introvert, you stay in the house. Why would you date somebody that is at the club all the time? That person, as soon as somebody say that something's about to happen, they gotta go on the scene like they News 5. That person who, that wouldn't make sense, right? That person who gotta be in everybody's face, gotta be doing, it wouldn't make sense for you to entertain that person, correct? If you got to, again, if you're somebody who, shit, I'm gonna speak on myself. I've been celibate a few years. So, I don't have, though, as far as no issues, staying to myself, right? So, chosen ones, let's get that example. We've been celibate. Our partners are going to align with somebody like us who's used to pass people who could have got ran through. But the fact that we've been celibate. We ain't even giving it to ourselves, so we damn sure ain't going to give it to nobody else. So, therefore, pay attention to the type of people that you attracting. The people that, all that attention, I'm cool with that. That person that they not going to do the most to be seen, they get saw though. People see them, they get noticed, but they not doing the most to do that. That person that may have a certain popularity amongst certain people, but people like them and they may not even notice. See, I'm trying to tell you, I don't like always saying and giving you examples pertaining to myself, because I don't want you to feel like I'm just talking about myself, but at the same time I need to give you examples so that you'll be able to, y'all know, so I don't really have to give that example, but you know, but chosen ones know, like, you got to attract based upon where you at or where you going to. You understand me? So don't sign up for these people that won't be able to provide the same things as you. The people that's not even doing it for themselves, so therefore they know they ain't going to be able to do it for you. The person that you got to teach to have morals, that shit ain't in them, then they ain't for you. That person that is not putting monetary gain over their morals, because if they do and you accept them, then there's going to be a price that they will give up their loyalty for you too. You got to know that there's certain people right now that's trying to renew that lease. They're going to come back to you, try to do nice things for you. Gonna talk about, oh, well, just lay in a bed with me. We ain't gonna do nothing. Don't trust that shit. That person that all of a sudden now they want their family back. Don't trust that shit. That person that outside of your absence, they had somebody else raising your kids. Don't trust that shit. That person that again had certain things that was hidden, that want to come close to you just to see what you know, that want to come close to you just to see if certain things have gotten disclosed, because they know as soon as you find out and as soon as you call judgment on them, certain karma is going to begin. It's just what it is. But some of y'all got past partners and karmics that's trying to come through and mess up potential divine partnerships. And I want you to know that the time that God, I told you God protects babies and fools, right? So once God intuitively shows you something, you get signs and confirmations, you no longer get protected from what he was protecting you from when you didn't know about them. You understand? Now, what do I mean? See, things that you don't know about or God didn't intuitively tell you about. So those intentions that people had initially before he intuitively told you, he was protecting you. But when he disclosed those things to you, he's protecting you, but you had to protect yourself from those individuals too. So if he told you intuitively that they not for you, that a disease was going to come if you sleep with that individual, he was giving you that intuition, that insight on what was to come down the line, right? But you had that choice. So if God gave you those warnings, he showed you intuitively certain things to be seen. He told you intuitively because he didn't want to physically or verbally say it because of people that were around he was talking about. So he had to tell you, give you that little tap or that little nudge so you paid attention. So that's what he did intuitively, right? So he told you what was going to come into fruition, right? See, chosen ones. There's some of you that ignored that intuition. You listened to these individuals. You didn't pay attention. Karma came in. But there's some of you that, again, if God tells and reveals something to you, whether or not that's through a confirmation, through somebody else, a song, or intuitively to you, you're no longer able to say you didn't know. You're not protected to act like you boo-boo the fool. Nah, you chose to be dumb, right? Okay. But I also want you to know this. With that being said, chosen ones, if you get presented your divine person, and this is before y'all even say, oh, we're going to be in a relationship, because you're going to come across your divine person. You're going to inspect them. You're going to see that they everything that you was requesting them, right? That's that dream home. But you still going to get inspected to see what it was built on, right? So, chosen ones, that when you come across, even briefly, this could be you exchanging information with that person, or you crossing paths with that person, and instantly God co-signs like, yep, that's them. And you like, yo, I know this isn't happening right now. Like, this is almost like God told you all day to be camera ready. And you like, camera ready? I ain't even going to be in front of. All of a sudden, you go to walk in the store, the channel, the news comes on. The news comes right in front of you and got that whole little light production and everything on you. You going to wish that you listened, right? You going to wish that you listened to God, right? You're going to be like, dang, I already knew I was about to be. So some of you praying for certain things and you don't realize they about to run into your ass real quick. So that love that you was looking for is about to get presented. But however, when it gets presented, it's going to play out slowly at first just because you inspect it. And then all of a sudden, when you got that go ahead, your ass instantly going to move in then, right? So with that being said, chosen ones, if God has you cross paths with your divine boo and you may be getting your confirmation currently, if you go back to that past person, you sleep with them, you entertain them sexually, you can say you ain't sleeping with them, you just doing other things with them, you gonna get karma. And guess what? You gonna get it real, real hard. Why do I say this? Because of that person that you supposed to be divinely aligned with, they was patient. They sat there and waited for so long for you to get presented, because y'all got a group project that you gotta work on. So if the fact that you had them waiting for so long for your ass and you went and made the wrong decision, God is going to hear that wrath hit you. And you going to realize it's coming based upon how you did them. You understand me? So chosen ones, I'm trying to tell you, these demonic karmics are going to come out of the woodwork. They're going to miss their family. They're going to throw certain sexual advances to you. They're going to sit there and try to put you in positions where they can take pictures of you so that when you finally align with your true divine individual, they can act like you still with them. They're going to try to post certain family pictures of you when you wasn't there to see them. You was there to see your children. Or they going to, I'm trying to tell you, so be cautious, because they energetically feel that they lost you. They energetically feel that you getting disconnected. Feminines, watch out. There's certain masculines that you was connected to that are going to try to wind you up, get you full of lust, so that they can try to come through and impregnate you. Why? Because they know that your divine partner is about to come in and you got spiritual children that's coming from them. So they want to try to keep you. They know that if you're pregnant, that's going to take a risk for you missing out on your opportunity with that individual. And then guess what's happened? They was able to sabotage your ass another lifetime again. Because God's not going to have that person wait on you because you wanted to play games with that person who played you. It's not happening. You hear me? So I want you to think about that, chosen ones. Seriously, I want you to really think about that. Because there's certain people, Matt, soon as you say, oh, nah, this is just that, you thinking you getting your rocks off a little bit. Nah, that's going to be the shit that costs you that abundance. Now you pregnant by that person, and this person comes in, they can't even talk to you because you carrying somebody else's child or children. Now that spiritual baby got to wait, and now you got to detox from them, and now you, nah. You're not doing that no more. You understand me? So you're not about to take that risk on losing out on your abundance for somebody who wants to sign up for some karmic shit. That's what they want to do. Masculines, be cautious. Because there's certain feminines that's intentionally trying to get pregnant by you, and they gonna say they pregnant by you, but whole time it could have been an other individual too. That shit was debatable. Not only that, there's certain people that deliberately want to give you something so that you have to be stuck with them. There's people that literally got some shit that they can't get rid of that they want to give you, and anybody that you connected to, they want to give it to them too. You understand me? So be cautious. You thinking that, oh, now you're not having physical sex with them, they using other parts of it. All right, you still gonna get jammed up, so you better be cautious of that. The devil was going above and beyond to test you to see if you really like how you said you like now. Not only that, the devil's going to try to take the last opportunity, the last step to try to wipe you out. God already said, you know what you heading in. Now you walking in the door and this is somebody calling your name out as you're walking in. The devil's going to try to finesse you. The devil's going to try to come out them shadows, almost like, you know that movie, what was it? Players Club, when that little weird motherfucker with the glasses, I think his name was Melvin. If not, he looked like a Melvin. But you know the person who had them glasses, when Shorty was walking up to her apartments, he started walking out of that shit all weird and shit. That's how these demonic individuals, they walking, but some of them is rushing in. See, had you not hurry up and lock that door as your ass walked in, that means you paid attention to your surroundings and didn't cave into what they was doing. Had you not locked that, they would have pushed in. You seen how his ass was trying to force his way in. Some of them try to do little black magic. That shit don't work. Baby, if you did black magic on my divine masculine, best believe his divine feminine is really like that. So when I say that, we don't have to, you got to conjure up magic. We magical. You understand me? I tell you all the time, there's a difference between kings and queens, baby. There's a difference between gods and goddesses, right? Now, what do I mean? See, kings and queens, they typically take over somebody else's ranking. They take over somebody else's shit. Somebody else already made a name for themselves and they just getting it carried over to them, right? Okay, cool. But them chosen ones, we gods and goddesses. We create opportunities for you. We create certain portals for you, certain worlds for you. We create certain views for you. So kings and queens take over somebody else's shit. Them gods and goddesses, we equipped a little different. See, we gods and goddesses, we not the God. We a God because he put a piece of him, of us inside. So of him in us, inside. You get the drift, but chosen ones. You got to pay attention to who you connecting with. Again, anybody right now, before you align with your divine partner, you pray on behalf of them. See, there's certain people that try to send magic and chaos spells to you and your kids. Don't you realize that they did that to your divine masculine too, because you're a reflection of him? So how they had their kids acting up, or had your kids acting wild, or being distant or disrespectful, you had to include your children in that prayer for them to be protected too, right? Okay, cool. So if you got a life jacket on and that boat go down, that shit, they need one too, correct? Oh, well, I'm just trying to make sure. So make sure you praying on behalf of people that you rock with. If you kind of so about them, then you pray for God to reveal it. But as far as other individuals, nah, you see who you see. You got to ask chosen ones who they got over there before you encounter them. See, chosen ones, we read energy. And I promise you, no funny guy shit. If I'm interested in you, or if I'm connected to you, you know how they say certain cats or certain and like they can smell humans on the end. Like I can smell. I was about to say I can smell some holes on you. Now don't play with me. But nah, for real, like you could smell what they got in their energy. You could pick that up. Like, you know how somebody has a sensitive nose and you like, dang, they can smell everything. They like, damn, you smelled that? And they like, how you know? That's our energy. We can pick up on the heinous little shit. So we can pick up if you got other people that you picking up. We could pick up if you're not playing your position when it comes to us. We could pick up if you riding that fence. Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to shake that motherfucker and have your ass fall all the way in. Then I'm not playing with you. But chosen ones, these individuals don't realize that they rocking, they done met an original. See, we the individuals that was in the Bible that they reading about. I always tell you it again. There's certain people, see, we know that there was people who ain't believe Noah until that water came. Why? Because we was right there with them. We was some of the individuals that was right, man, I'm trying, we really like that. The people that they reading about. The people that we the guardian, how they say guardian angels, you don't even realize that's what a chosen one is. We guiding you. We see certain things that people are intending. So even when people get all macho and disrespectful, talking about what you said was going to happen, didn't, when you told them that somebody was going to do something to them and try to physically hurt them, baby, the fact that we brought that to your attention, had you pay attention to them, which prevented it from happening. See, you just play your position. See, chosen ones, I'm trying to tell you. Everything plays out how it's supposed to be. Now, in my career of I don't even like saying career. In my line of being a prophetess, have I ever relayed something to somebody and they didn't understand it? Where they like, nah, I don't know if that's for me. Then all of a sudden, a month, 2 months, there was even one that was a year later. That was like, yo, everything you said played out. But they wasn't in a position to see it. Some of them was getting stepped on. They didn't want to believe who we was telling stepped on them. We was telling them who was hitting them energetically, and they didn't want to believe it, but we got it energetically on the camera in a sense. So I'm trying to tell you, you better stand on everything that God tells you to tell these individuals, because you don't know why you saying it. Any type of delayed response is karma and consequences that come behind it, because you could have sat there and cost somebody their life because you ain't speak up when he told you to. You understand me? So chosen ones, you move how God tell you to move. You focus on enjoying yourself. This is the season I already just had to tell a lot of people, flirt. This ain't no flirting with everybody. You not for everybody. I'm saying as far as if God is co-signing this person, if energetically you already felt a good vibe from this person, then you say that prayer to God, if this person is not for me, I ask you for them to be removed. I ask you say those things, and then God still has that person near you, and God actually gave that person a nudge to go even harder about you. That person starts speaking up and expressing their feelings to you. That person's already like your best friend way before there's a title between you two. See, chosen ones, I'm trying to tell you, when God is giving you that nudge, it's okay to speak up, because you letting that past experience prevent you to actually be in love again. You scared that this person gonna be like that past person, but the difference is their actions and their character, that foundation that was set. You understand me? See, you could have been scared because this person was the same sign as your past person that you was with, and you feel like you're gonna get the same thing from them, but the whole time your past person was a karmic version of that shit. So now you done ran into the person who shows you all the highlights of that sign in the sense. So pay attention. Also, if you are somebody who watches readings or like tarot card readings, because I always say people instantly say tarot card readings is evil. It's not. I'm just going to be honest. Now, are some of the motherfuckers behind those cards evil? Yes. Do some people try to finesse? Yes. But the pastors, preachers, I'm just trying to say there's motherfuckers who lying all the time. But I will say this, chosen ones, when you get in certain readings, pay attention, because you could be hearing about a certain sign. So let me give an example pertaining to myself. I'm a Sagittarius, right? My birthday, December 4th. I'm a Sagittarius. My moon sign, water sign. I got earth and air all through my chart. So my divine partner could be listening to a reading, and they talking about this certain sign. And when they cross paths with me, they like, damn, I don't know. They got everything signed, but they don't got the sign that I thought was getting disclosed. You don't know what's all in their chart until you do, but do not tell everybody, because there's certain people that will attack you, right? Your little natal chart. Don't tell everybody that. But chosen ones, don't get too caught up in the sign. Identify the energy. You understand me? Also know that if there's certain people getting readings on you and want to know what you got going on with you, God's not going to have certain messages come clear through that individual. He's going to scramble that shit together, and you got to make the words out of it. You understand? So don't be sharing. I tell people all the time, go ahead. They had me when we doing coaching sessions. You got me on the speaker. That's cool. You got other people in the room. That's cool. But I'm gonna pick up on their energy too, and I'm gonna tell their ass about themselves. And that's usually how it happens. They like, yo, dang, you talking about she can hear you. She right here. Yeah, shorty, this is what this is. Da da da. So be cautious of sharing messages, because the messages that get relayed may not be certain things that they want to hear that day, or it could be shit that things God's trying to tell you about that individual, and you sharing that shit with them, and these are the main people that was attacking you. Be cautious. But I got you. If you need certain guidance, you want to know if that's your true divine partner or karmic, I got you. If you want to know what they intended to do for you, what's headed towards you, I got you. If you want to know any blockages or any more work to do, I got you. I'm going to tell you what God tells me to tell you. I don't use no crystal balls. I don't use no cards. No disrespect to those who do. All I need to see is a picture, like I'm carrying on a conversation with you. Just like I'm seeing you, picking up on your energy. If we on the phone, as far as a coaching session, again, I'm picking up your energy. You understand me? You can ask me as many questions as you need. We're going to make sure that when we get off the phone, you feeling better than what you was when I initially received the call. You understand? Like, I got you. Anybody who had the coaching sessions, you already know how we be. You understand? But I love you so much, chosen ones. I believe in you. I want you to date based upon what you deserve, not dumbing down for these so-so ass individuals. I want you to be real with the things that you need to accept, but also if you find or cross paths with somebody who shows you things that you need to work on, embrace it. You understand me? Because again, there's certain things that you could have thought that you was good on, or that you was healed from, and then you realize that there's still work to be done. You understand me? Some of you, again, could be territorial, but some of you could be jealous in a sense. Some of you could be controlling. Some of you, whatever the case, you got to sort out those things, but you are what you attract. So chosen ones, know that you either attracting a person who reflects that energy, or you attracting your test. Be great. If you need me, you know how to reach me. I'm going to upload this live later on my YouTube. All I ask, come through, like, share, subscribe, or send it to somebody who you feel needs to hear it too, all right? Y'all be great.